Ravens we got down south.
Probably.
What's the name?
They are scavengers.
There's your bunch of
So
elk
something
right
got
there.
killed down there. I don't know by what. We do have wolves in this area. Those that might be an elk killed from a wolf. Or from some wolves. And that could also be why there isn't much left. Huh?
There's a bunch of there, tree of those trees on there.
Yeah, we got some elk coming up. I just want to see, when you ever see a group of ravens, they're on a kill. I think this is part of that same animal got drug up here. Well, probably a baby elk, huh? Probably an elk calf. Now we're driving up a lava flow. This is Nez Perce lava flow. We're driving up in space.
They're pretty, huh?
Can you see one is bigger than the other? Does one look bigger than the other to you?
They have their
Not
backs. They got
much,
wings.
not much, but they have their backs.
They're shoving.
Like most of the animals we see today, guys, the bigger's the male, right? Not so with the raptors, the eagles, the falcons, the hawks, the owls, the osprey. The female's structurally bigger. This river, because it's warm all year, has tremendous plant growth, insect larvae. A lot of animals use it. It always carries a high protein load.
Now that's glacier water. Is it warm right now?
Most of this is geyser water.
I mean, guys.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Almost in the wintertime, virtually 100% of that is geyser water.
I mean, what's the temperature now? Would it be warm?
No, probably low 40s. Probably low 40s. Everybody got the pictures? Okay. Probably low 40s. But because it's always got a lot of protein in the winter, won't let you climb on this stuff, sir. Yeah. It cracks, it crumbles, it falls apart very easily. That's because 70% of it's...
Summer you wouldn't get that just one big wall of water coming over. Now it runs and then it's very, very good. You see the color change. That protein gives the water kind of a beige, gives the water to a beige green. That is what we call lime iron. It's much thicker. It's just the one that's coated, that's more. They're both the same thing. Yes. See that stuff? Summer you won't see the green because the moss won't grow. It's too warm. But in the winter, the ground melts it. A lot of moisture get all these fields and green moss, and those guys will just sit there and kill them. Yeah, we're right. Most of the time, though, they're just eating dry grass.
You able to get that steam going up? Yeah, and shooting up earrings.
Okay.
But if you took all those fish, you'd really be robbing a lot of nutrients. So they kill the fish and throw it back in and let them rot on the bottom. Okay, Firehole River here, guys. Still in Firehole Canyon. Gorgeous views, gorgeous.
That's a pretty little water right there.
Yes, sir. Very pretty. Standing on the rocks in the river here. Those are dippers. American dippers or water ouzels larvae. And because the water's warm, those larvae grow all year round. So we have water ouzels here in the winter because of the Geology. See how everything's going back to geology. These elk you're seeing. We have 7 herds of elk in Yellowstone. 7 different herds. The ones you see today, every elk you see today is a member not migrate in the winter. Why not? They don't need to. Open water all winter. They don't need to leave. So why can you guys see elk in winter in Yellowstone? Who do you need to thank? The geology for keeping this water open. Otherwise we wouldn't see elk. They'd have to travel like the rest of them, 100 miles to get water. I want you to look out in the middle of the river, see the big rhyolite boulder? What's growing on it?
A tree.
Lodgepole. I told you the roots grow sideways, right? They don't need a lot of earth. In fact, folks, they don't need any earth. Lodgepole can grow right on bare rhyolite. Here's a whole bunch of mallards.
A duck.
I think they're mallards. There's a male and some females. Yeah, that's the other reason why lodgepole are so prominent.
Alright. You don't want me to get off of that walk.
No, pretty. Take your picture.
It's kind of pretty. And you may want to go up so that... Nothing, sir. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. All right, bud.
Oh, yeah.
That ugly white Christmas tree.
The water's still not going to make it, is it?
What's going to push it up?
It's going to leak out and never make it back to the Earth's surface. Now again, if you see some pictures you want, let me know. So there must be something else to keep that water and pressure in the pipe. And that's the third reason rhyolite's important. 70% of rhyolite is silica. When hot water moves through rhyolite, it picks up the silica. So it's a universally true statement in this park, guys. If you see geyser water, it's got silica in it. Then at the right temperature concentration, that silica reprecipitates, starts lining whatever the water's traveling through. Here's the magic. Reprecipitated silica. You're going to see good examples of each one today. All right, welcome to your first thermal basin. This is known as Lower Basin, L-O-W-E-R. You're not going to see much this morning because of all the steam. When we come back this afternoon, all that steam will be gone. But I got to ask you a question. Think about it. Why is it steaming here? World are river caves or fluvial caves where a river makes a bend, the rocks pile up, right? That's a cave. These are thermal caves, so these have something to do with remember the hot ground here. Those caves are from the glaciers. Now we're not at the edge of the glacier like we were this morning, are we?
Because it's kind of like
we're under the body of the glacier. When the glaciers were here, we're under 3,000 feet of ice. We know glaciers move, and when they do, rocks and gravel become part of the lower level of the ice and travel with the glacier, right? Now if I had one of you guys go home today and heat up your kitchen stove, and when it was hot, put a pan on it, and when the pan got hot, look out there, and what you will see is there are actually still bare areas on the face of those caves. No snow whatsoever. Why? They're still hot. They're doing what they've done for tens of thousands of years, melting snow and ice. So you guys have already seen thick.
Yeah, that's what
Really thick. And it's possible they would, yeah. But when they got so that forced the Northern Pacific, not the U.S. government, Northern Pacific Railroad, to build several beautiful old hotels in this park. And they did. The first ones they built were 1891.
Here's one over here.
The last one they built was in the 1920s. Now in 2010, you visitors come now and you say, I want to see those hotels. I wish I could show them to you. Of all the ones they built, there's only 2 left. You get to see one of them today, the Old Faithful Inn. The other one's the Lake Hotel. All the rest of them have fallen down, burnt down, torn.
You got a glare without it, John.
You want to get out for a picture quick? Sure, that's fine. We got What I didn't tell you is that silica deposits at a rate of about 1 inch every 100 years. If you go out and measure that cone is 12 feet tall, 144 inches, so how old is that feature? Inch 100 years, 144 inches, 14,000 years old. You guys are now looking at White Dome Geyser. That is one of the oldest active geysers in Yellowstone. Remember, none of the geysers were here during the glacial period, right? All of these glaciers, all these geysers have formed since the ice melted 15,000 years ago. You're looking at one of the oldest ones in the park, right there, White Dome Geyser. Pretty cool. Picture in the lower portion. It's all rock. Notice out there haven't been many of those trees that have fallen down, have there? So it must have happened recently? No, it happened hundreds of years ago.
He's a solitary old soul right there.
You see one by himself, or small groups like this, those are almost always males. The girls like to be in big groups. The boys like to be by themselves or small. You guys realize right now you're looking at Yellowstone's most dangerous animal? More people go home in an ambulance from Yellowstone. Dude is going to remind you, he doesn't want your kid there.
Hey, when the old Grizz comes out and he's real hungry, will he take one of them big bites?
Damn right. We had a guy 2 years ago down here, they nicknamed him the Bison Slayer. He's about 800-pound Grizz. Now in the springtime when the Grizz wake up, you got to realize these bison are pretty depleted, waiting for springtime. And he would back cows, not bulls, but he would back cows into trees. Remember, these guys they don't run like elk. They always face their attacker. Right. A lot of bare ground, hot ground.
Nope. Let me ask you, do you think Indians had a huge city here back in the day?
No, but they came here a lot. The Native Americans, there was only one tribe that lived in Yellowstone year-round. That was the sheep eaters. They lived up north at Mammoth. But we know that Native Americans came in there. They thought this area was spiritual ground.
Oh.
And they came in here to do spiritual things.
I would have thought they'd love that hot water to live here.
Yeah, but winter's a little tough if you're not in the water. It's a little tough down here. But no, the Native Americans came here a lot. They just didn't live here in the winter. They came here but didn't live year round, except the sheep eaters up north.
The sheep eaters.
Yeah, I can see a bison out in the steam. Can you see one bison out in the steam out there?
Oh, yeah.
To your right. See, he's doing what you talked about earlier. 2 of them.
What's he doing?
They're out there eating. They're eating dry grass. But why are they standing out there? Warm ground, hot steam.
Probably feel pretty good.
Absolutely. They are utilizing that unique form of energy that the geology gives the animals here, that geothermal energy. And as we get deeper and deeper into winter, guys, there's more and more big mammals out in those basins. More and more and more. Again, they'll be a little more obvious this afternoon when Steve's there. Oh, the wind will blow. There you go. The wind's going to blow steam away for you.
That's a pretty good picture, like it is.
Right.
You get it? Oop, now you're steaming in again.
Feels like it ready to flash.
There you go. Now it's going to open up for you right now. Now it's going to lose him. Now it's going to open again. It's going to open real well right now. Now.
Perfect.
There he is.
That's good, yeah.
Get him?
Got it.
Excellent.
Geyser's trying to do something.
You got a little geyser going off right in front of
Right in front of
you. He just wrecked your picture.
him.
Thank you, geology. See?
Yeah.
Geology wrecked your picture.
I got him.
There he is. He's looking at you now.
right now.
He's looking at you right now.
Okay, you got him.
Okay. Now, Biscuit Basin. Hinkle said he went up there, found this beautiful blue pool of water, which he subsequently named Sapphire Pool. But made it in the silica, and it's exposed to air, the iron oxidizes, right? And we know iron oxide as rust. And you saw how small that little geyser was. So what would you name him? He's going to go off again for you here.
You'll never see one.
Little Rusty, you said? His name is Rusty Geyser. See how easy it is to name things up here? There he goes. He's not going to go very long. You want a picture, you got to take it down.
Bubbling, ain't it?
And he's almost done. And he's done. You saw Rusty? Yeah, you named him. Let's try this one. How about this big one here? He sits in the middle of an island in the middle of the Firehole River. If you were going to name a geyser that was on the middle of an island, you might name it what?
Tahiti geyser.
Tahiti geyser.
Whoa.
Gilligan, right? No. How about, be real simple, how about Island geyser? There you go. See how easy it is up here? There's Island geyser. Now notice where the river runs. The fire hole now goes under the bridge and off to our left to the main basin. Everything, every steam column you see to your left, guys, is a geyser. Almost every one of those steam columns is.
Watch out. You found a heat source. Exactly. It's not geology either, by golly. Engineering.
A nice shades, dude. What's in this? Yeah. Yeah.
What time did I tell you? Roughly 12:45? Yeah. Guess when it's going on? 12:44.
Oh, you lied to us.
What time is it?
It is now 11:40. So it's going to work out fine. I'm going to get you guys there about 5 to 12. That'll give you 40 minutes for lunch. You go out, watch Old Faithful, and then it'll give you another 40 minutes to walk around.
You're going to be a thin crust. This is what I mean, thin crust above boiling hot springs or scalding mud. There's no way to guess a safe path. Some pools are acidic.
The kid?
But it looks like flat, like it's a postcard or something.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like
Everyone's on this side.
flat to the right.
We won't be over there. Where do we want to be?
So wildlife out there to see and enjoy. There's skiing, there's snowshoeing. There's a perfect day for photography. You really couldn't ask for much better. This is a wonderful time to be here and a wonderful park, and it is yours to enjoy. So, hoping that you will have a chance to enjoy it later today, a couple of quick things I want you all to remember. I even have to stay on the boardwalks. If I don't get to go off, nobody else does. And there's a reason why. What can look like absolutely solid ground to you and me is
This is their beer bomb. Yeah. Alright, we're about to potty. I'm gonna go through 2 videotapes this trip.
I don't even care what movie you're filming, you just make this set. It's like the shit sketch, dude. That's
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. Always it look good.
It just looks good. This looks so good.
Jeez,
In a
breaking in
future-
the Yellowstone cinema.
Just in a futuristic society, robots will do.
A touching love story.
An intimate tale of a man who never left his bedroom. Right, the lost years of Brian Wilson. As told at Old Faithful.
That's it. We're redoing Star Wars now.
Here we go. We've got to blow up Old Faithful.
There we go.
Pick it up.
Oh yeah.
And I'm here with you.
Yellowstone.
And this is next one.
Let's see it.
Yellowstone National Park. So it's about to erupt. Well,
You doing your own little
I'm doing my own little,
It is
my own
faithful.
little faithful, yeah.
Am I awake? Did I eat?
Do you know what the size of the hole is that it comes?
Depends on if you're in Hillcrest.
Yeah. Something's happening. Should I zoom in?
why watch?
Yeah, I remember him saying that. Nothing's gonna happen until that water shoots 20 feet.
It really is a spectacular show.
All right.
It's pretty amazing that whatever we're gonna see is gonna go on for 3 minutes.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. Here we go.
I mean, I'm gonna record it.
40 minutes, and then I'm probably gonna lose my stuff.
20 seconds.
It's only like, wow, that's neat. Oh,
Hey, babes.
yeah.
You coming, chips? You coming?
I don't see any babes.
We're all like rap.
Yeah. It's like this nature.
It's kind of weird. It almost looks like the pictures just like the desert surrounding
Yeah.
all the things burning. Like it looks like travesties happening. But
Yeah.
it's like,
No faithful was like, I mean,
you could honestly, we could shoot like something, say, you know, like in film some people in night outfits and say, you know, they just purged it.
Yeah.
And just use that as effect.
Totally. Yeah, that's if you love the movie, that's for sure.
Except that real smoke wouldn't disappear.
Yeah.
This is Yellowstone.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing Yellowstone cinema. So, yeah, I was tired. Like, dude, bomb, right in there.
Here I go! Are you guys like...
It's because we hate your freedoms and your national park. She's a little late. No, actually, right on time. It's 44. No, not that my watch is.
Did you see that that question that they had at the first time? What did the Old Faithful do twice over yesterday?
What was that?
I heard a ranger answer it.
yesterday.
The ranger right on the prediction time 2 times. Normally it's, you know, plus or minus.
Very efficient.
At the stop at Mass Junction, said,
Oh, I guess I had this one backwards.
about it there 2 times.
I'm taking it off.
No, I had it on backwards.
Oh, those shovel things going by.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. Yeah, so.
Running out of juice. Gotta get Old Faithful. It's alright. I'm gonna fill up the whole tape.
And then you can speed it up.
Oh, yeah.
Old Faithful in like 45 seconds.
I could scrub it. So when it starts to go, right when it goes up, I want you to do a dance. So then the water goes up while you do your moves. Yeah. She just doesn't want people to party because she doesn't know what a party is.
She used to party.
She used to party. Now she can't party. She doesn't want anyone else to have fun. Oh, Faithful again.
Have some control, dude.
It's keeping me warm.
There's stories of like putting in other fish and it ruins things. This is supposed to be on there.
It's like, how stupid can you be?
So maybe back then, because they'd never really done it, you wouldn't know the consequences. We certainly know.
Yeah, but I still think that's only in the 50s.
Well, they stopped them. It's like that whole idea of like these fish go up the river and these come in and you think, okay, well they replace those fish, whatever, but now no fish go up the river, so now the bear have to completely change their...
Yeah,
It's just starts to piss me off.
yeah. The whole way, like, well, we'll give money, how many people come? And let the military cover it. And then, but it's not giving more money to the parties. I mean, that kind of looks nice. That was it. All right, everyone back in. Yes. Beautiful.
Let's go.
Okay, clear. What's that?
Huh? Battery. Huh? Huh?
Just like the clouds.
Perfect. Don't even see the stain, so
Okay, good. Back up. Oh yeah. What's our next one?
Okay, that's it. Yeah, you can move that. There's the You know, if we go up that way, I think we see a lot more. So inviting, doesn't to get in. Oh wow, smells good. Having eggs for breakfast.
Ah.
Really coming out of this one, huh?